This message is to the Canadian hip-hop rap community. I sense a war of hip-hop proportions brewing between Canada and the United States of America. It's been a long time coming. I would prefer that we avert such a catastrophic event because what it means is Canada is going to have further diminished hip-hop music sales, and perhaps even a worse reputation than it already has in the world of hip-hop rap. Now, before you jump to conclusions, I ask that you suspend your judgment. Suspend your judgments and just focus for a moment. I am disseminating nothing but pure logic here. I'm being completely impartial as an observer. These are the facts. On July 5, 2010, I uploaded a video titled Most Successful Canadian Rap Artists in U.S. History versus Most Unsuccessful Canadian Artists. So again, on the 5th of July, 2010, just a few days ago, I uploaded a video titled Most Successful Canadian Rap Artists in U.S. History versus Most Unsuccessful Canadian Artists. This video was uploaded in regard to Canadian hip-hop rap music industry goings-on, events, news, information, business intelligence. It's a comprehensive video that details accounts whereby U.S. companies such as my own have been doing business in Canada for the past 15 years. So, as someone who has always been a fan of Canadian hip-hop, now don't flatter yourselves because I'm just being honest and keeping it real. As someone who was originally from the West Coast, originally from Washington State, someone who could just travel over the border, drive an hour, and that person, me, I'm at the border in Blaine, Washington, I would go into Canada since I was 19 years old. I'm 34. Do the math. It's been 15 years. I've been doing business in and out of Canada for over 15 years. My friends, my business associates, my colleagues, we've been in Canada. I have friends who have intermarried. They've married into Canadian families. I have relatives who are originally from Canada, who have French, Canadian heritage. I have French, Canadian heritage. I have German, British, English heritage as well. I've done business in Canada, and if you watch the video that I just mentioned, you'll know the extent of my business in Canada. My business has been deeply entrenched in Canadian business affairs since 1995. For quite some time. Do the math. So, I've always respected Canadian hip-hop. I've signed Canadian artists to my record company. It's a major independent record company with international distribution capabilities. If you want to know more about my company, just watch the video that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So, as it was, I make this first comment. So I made this comment on Classified, the rapper Classified from Canada. For those in the United States and other countries who don't know, there's a rapper, his name is Classified. And he's a very skillful rapper, very talented. I've always liked Classified. I've always thought it was a cool name, and I've always enjoyed his lyrics and the story behind his career. So, just nonchalantly, I post this comment. I say, after all the videos he has made, all the CDs and all the years that he has been rapping, wouldn't it be nice if he got some kind of name recognition in the United States, which is just a few miles away from T-Dot? In other words, just a few miles away from Toronto. T-Dot, for those who don't know, is the abbreviation for Toronto. Now, if you've been in New York, like I have, and you've lived on the Eastern Seaboard, like I have, then you'll know that Toronto, Canada, is just right across the border. Just like when I lived in Washington State. I could just drive across the border. There, I'm in British Columbia. I'm in Canada. I'm in BC, in Vancouver, downtown, Robsonstrasse. I'm down at the harbor. Okay, so, you know, it's the same thing in New York. You drive across the street, you're in Canada. So, you know, I'm giving the dude props And I'm saying, hey, look, man, as an observer, as someone who's always been a fan, an admirer of Canadian hip-hop, I see Classified. I've been following his career. And, man, after all these videos he's made, all the CDs and all the years that he's been rapping, wouldn't it be nice if he got some kind of name recognition in the United States, which is just a few blocks away, you know? And this fucking asshole, man, these motherfucking pieces of shit, brats, fucking wanksters from Canada, they jump up on the page talking about fuck me. And I'm some kind of punk, essentially. You know? They try to insult me. And I'm like, hey, man, here are the facts. Have you seen my video whereby I illustrate and demonstrate that I've given Canada nothing but props? I didn't have to, man. I could have been like, you know what? I'm from Washington State. I'm from the West Coast. And, yeah, man, fuck some wanksters trying to come out of Canada. Like a lot of people in the United States do. In other countries. I could have done that. I could have been that kind of person. But I was never that kind of person. That's why I signed artists to my record company. Okay? So, I'm trying to give Classified props on his page. And I'm like, yo, here's my background. You know what I mean? I'm looking for new talent. I've already signed artists. I'm looking for some new Canadian hip-hop acts. I see Classified's video right here on YouTube. It's called No Mistakes. And it was the one that was added 3 years ago. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Hey, man, yeah, you know, Canadian hip-hop, oh, what's up? Yeah, it's Classified, man. I wish dude would get some props in the United States like I thought he deserved. And these fucking punks, man, from Canada, all of a sudden, from the outset of me trying to be part of, you know, the discussion forum, they're like, man, fuck you, fuck the United States, man. Keep your Lil Waynes and shit like that. They just automatically assume that I'm a fan of Lil Wayne. And they start telling me shit like I don't know the geography of Canada. Okay? That's the kind of attitude that's coming out of fucking Canada right now. And I'm not liking it. And these fucking punks on the internet, they don't understand. I do business in Canada. I know people in Canada. I have people in Canada. I can be in Canada at any fucking moment. You know what I'm saying? They don't know me. They don't know me from Adam. But here they are when I'm trying to help their industry by giving one of their elite rappers or someone who they prop up as one of their top rappers and who I was actually concurring with. I'm like, yo, man, I think Classified, man, he's a fresh MC. You know what I'm saying? I could be hating on him, but I wasn't even fucking hating on him. I was trying to give the dude props. And these people who supposedly are fans of Classified, they're telling fans in other countries such as me and fuck the United States of America. And they think somehow by doing this that this is going to increase record sales in Canada. Classified, in the irony here is that Classified in his rap is talking about how he's done all this shit and he hasn't made any fucking substantial funds. He hasn't made considerable amounts of money. I was reiterating that on his page, like, man, don't you guys think it's time he gets some props in the United States of America? Guess who's not helping Classified? Pieces of shit, like you'll see when you go and you read the thread at this Classified No Mistakes video. These motherfuckers are trying to tell me, I said, look, man, you know, hey, we're all in North America. After I tell them, you know, that my people in the U.S., where I come from, the West Coast, East Coast, the United States, the people who I represent in the United States, that's all North America. It's all the United States and Canada combined, which is North America. And when I say that we're all in it together and that we need to help each other and that it's all North America, they start talking about, oh, you need to learn some facts and do a history check and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, look, man, first of all, fuck you, man. Secondly, Canada's no mystery to us. Thirdly, you need our support, and if you don't get it in the United States, you ain't going fucking anywhere in this world of hip-hop rap. And we could boycott your ass real fucking quick, because you're already not selling albums in the United States. So guess who's not helping Classified? These old fucking punks on the internet talking shit. And if they want to start a beef between the United States and Canada, we can fucking do that. And then they're going to be crying about how they're not selling albums. Does it make any sense? No. So who started it? They did.